Assalamu alaikum, and I wanted to talk today about in this podcast of Too Early to Chat regarding our enjoyment of life, how things change through time, and how nothing lasts forever. Many years ago, when my parents bought a place in Subajaya, behind our house was just full of ladang kelapa sawit, palm trees, palm oil trees. And at the time I was about 11 years old, and it never crossed my mind that things would change. I thought that view of the palm oil, going miles and miles, would be there forever. And of course, over the years and a few years later, it was all gone, and all I can see are houses. And then I bought a place when I was older, and behind me was also palm oil plantation. And recently they have cut down all of the trees, and I don't know what they're going to build. So again, things do not last forever. It goes, it changes. And this brings me to a fact that maybe some of us don't realize. When we talk about Palestine and Gaza, recently I was listening to a talk by a colleague who went there, and he went there before October, when the war started, or when it has always been there, but when it was at its peak. And he said that Gaza before this was a very technologically advanced place. And reading up, I also found out that about 99% of the population was literate, and how things have changed. And I wanted to address this issue about when we look at the people of Gaza, when we look at the photos. I had the privilege of looking at photos from an event of Gaza, and there were smiles, there were people turning rubbles into gymnasiums. This whole idea of how we should be guilty of enjoying ourselves because terrible things are happening over there. But what I've learned from them is whatever we have right now, enjoy it. Not to say we forget, never forget what's happening over there, but what we have here with our families, enjoy the halal things, going to restaurants and spending time with our children and spending time with our families and laughing and just having a good time is really important, because we think of what's happening over there as something that's far away and probably would never happen to us. Wallah alam, we don't know. We don't know. Things are happening and we don't know what the future is going to be. And so the photos of you going out, having a nice meal with your family, the photos of our technologically advanced hospitals and technologically advanced buildings, high-rise buildings and lights and people having a good time, all of these memories, they will be a testament that we were a people of culture, that we are a people of culture, a people of education, of academic achievements, of a people who lived our lives. And we should never deny ourselves of the halal things that Allah has given to us. And Wallahu alam, whatever happens in the future, always remember the example of the Ummah in Gaza, the example of how they, no matter what happens in good times, in bad times, in terrible times, they always try their best. And I think that is something that we have to be long-sighted and not short-sighted in the way that we view this life, because I look at the back of my house and it's right in front of me, you know, something that the reason why I bought this place, that it was calm, it was quiet, it was tranquil, it was away from civilization, the civilization of a busy city, that's what I mean. And now it's changing, everything is changing, and there's nothing I can do about it. And just enjoy it while it's there. Enjoy it while it's there. You know, the sound of the birds. You can hear them now. I hope you can. You can hear the sound of the birds, but you can also hear sounds of machines. Of course, I want it to last forever. I want these birds to always be here. I don't know. So anyway, this is my thoughts for this morning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.